Good morning. So we're back at the British Normandy Memorial. We've decided to come back here again this morning because we've run out of time yesterday. So we'll show you around. So here we are at the centre of the British Memorial site. It's out of season, so there's not many people here at all. It says D-Day, 6th of June, was one of the most days in Europe's history. It was the moment when the Allied nations led the United Kingdom, United States and Canada began the military offensive to free Western Europe from the occupying forces of Nazi Germans, which had overrun France and other nations 4 or more years earlier. British forces came ashore below this memorial on Gold Beach and on Saw Beach to the east. Canadian and British forces landed on Juno Beach. To the west, American troops landed on Omar Beach and Utah Beach. Throughout the day, British naval and air forces supported the landing on all 5 beaches. On D-Day, more than 1,056,000 Allied troops landed in Normandy by sea and air. Of these, nearly 62,000 were British. By nightfall on the 6th of June 1944, 1,000 Allied troops had been killed or wounded, but the plan had worked. The Allies were firmly assured of the Battle of Normandy had begun. So it says on D-Day 1,475 members of the British forces were killed. They died on the beaches and landing grounds, at sea and in the air. Each salute represents one of those lost lives. They've been placed here by the British charity Standing with Giants in partnership with the British Normandy Memorial. The figures stand here with their heads bowed in mourning for themselves and their lost comrades. In the centre are the two figures of two nurses, sisters Dorothy Field and Molly Evershed. They were drowned as they tried to rescue injured soldiers aboard a hospital ship which struck a mine on the 7th of August 1944. They're all along the line, all the soldiers. You've got all their names and little plaques alongside them.
So we've just done the memorial, British Memorial site. I didn't talk much for it, it will be on video. We just wanted to take a bit of time to go around and read everything ourselves. But yeah, we'll give you a gist of what it all looks like from the drone view and from our personal view. Yeah, very eerie, isn't it?
Yeah.
The amount of names on every single pillar. It's so many names. And nurses were involved, weren't they, Hallowed?
Yeah, the two nurses were involved. They drowned trying to save the soldiers coming off their boat. It was just sad to see so many names. It's like just a big scroll up the pillars.
And you think this is just one memorial? Like we got to go to the American memorial, the Canadian memorial,
German,
French, even the German memorial. There's so many lives ruined because of this war. You'll be thankful we're here today because it could have been a whole complete different story.
Yeah.
I was just walking along this field. Don't know if you can see it. I'll try and zoom in. But you got I think that's the man-made harbour over there in the water, where it was so rough and they made a harbour. It settled all the sea down, and apparently still today the sea's quite settled because of them over there. I will. I think we're going to go over that at some point today. I just wanted to show you the fields that they would have rushed up.
And if you can see, you've got the sea here, and then amongst the green, you've got lots of pools that look like ponds, but they're not. It's where the bombs hit.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to give you a look around there, show you what it's like. All around this area, really, from Swords all the way up through Juno, Gold Beach. It's fields upon fields like this, and all the old architecture and buildings and everything. It really gives you that sense of what it was like back then, 80 years ago.
Yeah.
Mad.
This is 1939. It says in proud memory of the 4th Royal Dragon Guards who lived or died in the fight for freedom, landing in France September 1939, withdrawing through Dunkirk June 1940, returning to Normandy to assault King Beach, La Riviera at H hours on D-Day, the 6th of June 1944, to liberate cruelly later the day, and in due course assist in bringing the fight to a successful conclusion.
So we're at part of Juno Beach, and this house right here, this house right here was the first house when everyone come to liberate Normandy. That was the first house to be ever liberated by the Canadians. On that beach there. Is it still the same as it used to look, Holly, back in?
Well, this is what it used to look like, and it still looks the same.
I'll just show you.
Exactly the same thing.
So this is the beach. Part of the beach I was down on Sword as well earlier with the drone, you would have seen. But this is part of it as well. All of this is all links up to Sword. Yeah, this is the house here. La Maison de Canadians. I can't even pronounce that.
La Maison de Canadians, Canadian house.
Canadian house.
No.
Read that out.
So this house was liberated at the first light on D-Day, 6th of June 1944, by the men of the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada, who were the first Canadians to land on this beach. It may very well have been the first house on French soil liberated by the seaborne Allied forces. Within the site of this house, over 100 men of the Queen's Own Rifles were killed and wounded in the first few minutes of landing.
And this is the beach they all stormed. All this was taken over by the Germans, and they stormed this beach all the way down there, and all the way down there. And this was the first house they got. Show you what it looked like back then. There's the house there, and all the troops.
So we advanced the beach at between 7 and 8 AM in the morning and took over the house.
There's a pillar box down there I want to go see. Army pillar box.
Righto.
You just think there's a picture back there of a ramp. It's not there now.
But there was a ramp. Probably, you know that? Sure.
Yeah, that there.
That's part of the ramp.
Yeah.
The ramp that used to be here.
Yeah.
Crazy though, isn't it? How it's like empty. I thought someone might be living in it, but
Yeah.
I don't think so. Looks empty. Canadian sign.
– 2011.
Do you like the Canadian flag?
That's all your people there. Right, I see a little pillar box thing. I'm gonna have a look at it now. I'll see you down there.
The story of the Canada House. The house is located in the seaside town of Béni-sur-Mer, was on the Nan sector of Juno Beach, and was key target for the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada Regiment. The morning of June 6, 1944, the first wave of Canadian infantry faced intense machine gun fire from the German defenders, many of whom were positioned behind a large stone seawall. Despite suffering heavy casualties, the men of the Queen's Own Rifles manages to breach the German defences. The house, then known simply as the Hofer family, who owned it, the Hofers, were still inside, having taken refuge in the basement. When the fighting subsided, the house became a powerful, immediate sign of liberation, the end of German occupation for the town. The house, officially known as La Maison Canadiens, the House of the Canadians, is a focal point for remembrance, linking Canada and France. The house visually captures the immediate human cost of the liberation, while also symbolizing the profound, lasting bond between the people of Normandy and Canada.
That's a bunker, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a little bunker.
So the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada 8th Brigade, 3rd Canadian Infantry Division, European Operations 1944 to 1945. Normandy Campaign,
What's that say?
Ryland Campaign. In place of patriots, stand for a moment and imagine what it must have been like when 800 men of the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada stormed ashore at this very spot on the 6th of June 1944. They were the lead wave of the dramatic D-Day assault. Strong points like this bunker were overcome at great cost by last light. The Queen's Own Rifle pushed forward, achieving their assigned D-Day objective. The only Allied unit to do so on D-Day, 143 riflemen, 143 riflemen were killed or wounded from Normandy. The Queen's Own Rifle began the long, bloody advance against Nazi that could ended in Allied victory on the 8th of May 1945. These men had volunteered to serve the country and regiment their sacrifice have given us the freedom that we enjoy today. By the end of World War II, the Queen's Own Rifles had suffered over 1,000 battles and casualties, and 462 riflemen had made the supreme sacrifice.
We're at the Canadian War Cemetery. Thought we'd come up here and show you the cemetery. There's 2 cemeteries, but we haven't had enough time to get around to them both. There's a big Canadian flag over there. We're going to have a look at that. Look at that, what a picture. I'll upload that on there for you. Got the sun shining right over the flags. This is another nice cemetery. 24th of July 1944. 25th, 23rd. Age 19. Highland Light Infantry. Age 21, 25, 21. Aged 18. '21. 18. Royal Winning Peg Rifles. You could just see how important it was, because if they were aged 18 and they come all the way over from Canada to stop Germany, it just shows you. Most of them are under 30s there, 20, 24. There's a few 18s up there, quite a lot. Just crazy.
So you got Private Duchette buried here.
Yeah.
And his mum passed away in 2023, and they've put a photo and everything on his grave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There he is.
Robert Charles.
Say what age he was.
So Charles was born in 1912, joined in the army in 1940. His wife Mary and 4 young girls awaited his return. He landed on Juno Beach on D-Day and fought his way inland with his unit. He was taken prisoner by a soldier of the 12th SS Panzer Division and later murdered by his captor, Andre Abbey.
Oh my God, that's his mum. Right guys, that is us now for the Canadian Cemetery and the British Cemetery. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Next week we will be up towards Gold Beach, Utah and Omar, and in between that we'll be seeing the bunkers and the Atlantic Wall. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week. Please subscribe and share our name. Every helps. Thanks again. Bye.